Okay, so today we're gonna cover a topic that we've kind of been leading up to a couple different days, which is why do the banks suck so much? And I'll put it to you this way. If you look at it, we were talking about Rule of 72 and, rate of return that you get in the banks, and we've been talking about just a various other group of things, like even we were talking about credit cards, and I want you to piece all those things together. And I'm gonna add one more topic in the mix, and then we'll look at okay, banks, why do they suck, okay? So you look at it, the average person has a savings account with $4,000 in it, okay? So 4,000, and they're making an average of 1/10 of 1%. So if you guys remember the whole Rule of 72 thing, that means that that person is going to have their money double in a savings account every 720 years. Now, if you take that $4,000, multiply it by the 310 million people we have in this country, that's over $1 trillion sitting in savings accounts. Okay, $1 trillion. Now, there is something in banking known as fractional reserve banking. Okay, here's what that is. Banks basically, let's break up the term. So fractional being a part of something, okay? So you have a part of something, then reserve, meaning that they have to have money in an account allocated for something else. In this case, sitting in reserves is basically sitting in their bank vaults. So banking, being banking, so fractional reserve banking means that they only have to have, for every $40 that they lend out, they only have to have $1 sitting in an account. So you put $1 into your account, they can lend somebody else 40, okay? So $1 trillion sitting in savings means that they can lend out $40 trillion. Now let's look at how they lend it, okay? They lend it in the way of credit cards, loans, and let's just take credit cards alone, okay? You've got people who, the average household has $16,000 in credit cards and they're paying about 18%. So 16 grand, that means it just blows your mind how much money banks are making off of the money you put in your savings account. So here's what I want you to do. Go find a credit union. If you need more data on a credit union, send me a private message. You and I will meet. I will give you, my uncle wrote a book called Rich Man, Poor Bank, and he goes into why credit unions just destroy banks in every way imaginable, okay? I will give you that book for free if you once you sit down with me, and in there we will look at why you need to take your money out of the banks and put it into a credit union, because it's not just for you that I want you to do that. Let's get rid of banks. They're evil and messed up, and they're ruining this country, and they have been for decades and centuries and millennia. I don't know, long time, like a really long time. So, moral of the story, banks are bad. Don't put your money in banks. If you want to know what you should do, send me a private message or call me. Phone number is 818-384-2505. Follow me on Twitter. All of that stuff. Definitely put some comments below and repost this. Let's really make a change here, yeah? Sound good? Awesome. Love it.